just smoking, me got rum in me cup. Bad girls wind up on the dance floor. All the girls wind up on the dance floor. Touchdown to Heathrow, DP and me, bro. About to hit the club and turn the shoot to a freak show. Look through the peephole, everybody geek, yo. Need to get girl with an extremely deep. See six midgets that be fighting, juggling. Maybe it's just me, cause my mind is struggling. Babes, boyfriend is acting like a clown. Know what's going down every time that we are down. Take a look through the peephole, yo. Everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them neeks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. To a freak show. Look at Snow White eating rotten apples. Dirty bass that be coming at you. Roller coasters like a supernova. I'm the ringmaster, this my tabernacle. See you screaming, I'm like, what for? Oh, you pop? Yeah, I got popcorn. I don't wake up on the wrong lawn, so we won't stop. It's a lost cause. Take a look through the peephole. Yo, everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them neeks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. To a freak show.
Good evening, dear viewers, and welcome to another broadcast of Timechasers TV. This time we are looking at ESEA Open League match. Once again, you're greeted by me, Liz Vunas. This is ESEA Open Season 31. Timechasers playing against the Belgian side with a very similar name in TimeOut, so it will be interesting to see which time is better. The Belgians have started aggressively towards bomb site B. They've pushed Banana, but no succession in getting that kill, although they did more damage, but it wasn't enough to defeat Sender, at least for the time being. And now these have to make a decision. Sender did quite a lot of damage onto NKQ, and well, Timechasers, they do have the control of the map right now, especially Banana, although they do not have a smoke, which is quite worrisome. But it seems as though they have made their decision to go towards bomb side B, and they do need to hurry as their lurk JL in this round has died towards A. It's a nice headshot from Pokerface. That's a reaction shot right there, but well, they didn't check Quad, which got involved into one death, but doesn't matter. A 3v3 bomb retake. Will be interesting to see who wins this one. Pokerface, well, information has been gathered from their opponents where he's hiding, as Shadow is hiding in Banana. Sender might be quite crucial in this position. A flash out wasn't effective as Sender gets one headshot in, needs to put another one, which he does, and those 3 headshots for Sender will sealed round for Team Timechasers as the Lithuanians do win this pistol round. Sender with a very successful round, a quadra kill for himself. So 1-0 scoreline early in this game. And the successful pistol round from Timechasers, out-aiming their opponents mostly. I will remind you, dear viewers, that if Timechasers win this affair, they will move on to top 5 of the league, which is, well, quite impressive. And they will have 10 wins and only 1 loss, so Timechasers, well, they do want to dominate this league, as, well, obviously their opponents now, they are on in full eco, and they might push their opponents, actually, which they do, as they kill JL successfully once again, but 2 against 4. Not many weapons should be lost here. Besides that, JL's Mac 10. So 2-0, no big surprises there, only 1 death. Nothing too shabby. As the Belgians, they will invest in this round. We only see 3 M4s and 2 FAMASes. No defuse kits. They're buying up utility. Team timeout, so it'll be interesting to see whether that works or not, as, well, the majority of the Lithuanian squad is still sitting with those Mac 10s. So that might mean early aggression for the Lithuanians, which they did show in Banana, taking full control of that side of the map. As Pokerface is moving on towards balcony. It'll be hard to entry with the Mac 10, that's for sure. Should lose out to the M4s. As JL, you know that he's the star in this Timechaser squad. He will be looking for those individual duels against his opponents. I will remind you that, well, Team Timeout, they're also sitting in top 30 at the ESEA League, so they're decent opponents to say the least. As JL will still be waiting for his opponent. That's a smoke out. JL wants to be aggressive in this smoke, and he does find a kill. Smart one. Deciding to back away slowly, as Sender will fall near apartments. And Timechasers are starting to head towards bomb site B, where the execution shall be made. And JL's positioning is very important here, because if he does lose this duel... Oh, he should see the head of his opponent. He does, but he misses his shots. His opponent drops. Now they need to get the kill fast, but they cannot get it. Corsair doing a lot of damage with his weapon, that's for sure. 4 bullets for Shadow on this M4. Needs to plant the bomb quickly. Fakes it. Sees his opponent's jumping. Now he has to stick it, Shadow, hoping that his opponents don't kill him before the bomb is planted, which does happen, but it's very unfortunate for Timechasers to lose 3 people quickly like that. Definitely not nice to see for the Lithuanians. 3 men lost on 1 simple position. Not good enough if you're Timechasers, but obviously it's just the start of the game, and they did plant the bomb, so that means they can invest in this round, which they did. We see 3 AKs, 1 Desert Eagle, and 1 Mac 10 in the hands of JL. Well, the buy favors the Belgians, that's for sure, but it doesn't matter. As the Lithuanians can still do some damage. Pokerface will die in middle there. Another entry coming in favor of the Belgian side. We'll remind you, dear viewers, that this is a best of 1 affair. If you're new to the channel or to the ESEA season format. Sender took quite some damage with the nade and has not decided to push more deeply in middle, as they're backing away from it, Timechasers, and they will have to set themselves up for another execution towards bomb site B. They do have a couple of smokes left, a couple of mollies, so that might be a successful execution as Askew smokes down CT. But it's a very successful usage of utility from the Belgian side. And But they're not winning the battles now, are they? Corsair, he might win those. Oh, and Timechasers, they turn their backs to their opponents at the worst possible moment. And Asking now, he needs to plant the bomb quickly. Shadow will be protecting him. The bomb is planted, so that's that. It's a 2v3 retake. Definitely favoring the Belgian side. Askew will have to shine brightly in this match. He did play well in the previous two ESEA matches, but his teammate is now in trouble. Shadow is not quick enough to get the kill, and it's another round for the Belgian side. The score will be equalized. And looking at the financial situation of Team Timechasers, well, yeah, they should save up some money to invest fully in the other round, because the CT economy is in a decent shape. They can still rebuy properly. So yeah, we're gonna see pistols and Kevlars for the Lithuanian side, as they might see a more difficult match this time around, as if we remember the previous 3 or 4 matches for Timechasers, they were all dominant performances. From the scores were ranging from 16-4 to 16-0. But this time around we're gonna see a different story, I believe. As their opponents, well, definitely decent players as well. It's already shown as the score is equal at 2. Smokes out and long. And the execution from ESEA Apartments, the favored one for this Timechaser squad, and they already have the double man advantage in a 4v2 scenario right now, and well, that execution worked to perfection for the Lithuanians. The bomb is planted, and the CTs, they have a very difficult retake to comprehend and to excel at it. As Xent right now will get that kill on A short. Shadow was too eager to push his opponent aggressively. However, that smart movement from JL will catch out his opponent, and definitely Corsair will have to save his weapon. So Timechasers get themselves back in the lead after a successful execution towards bomb site A. A nice strategy. Simple flash out, a decent smoke on A long. Corsair will manage to save his weapon. It doesn't matter to lose weapons for Timechasers now, as they do have enough money to buy in this round. So do the Belgian side. Both of them on a full buy. The Lithuanians have better utility, so that might mean that they can take more of an aggressive approach at the start of the round, which they are using it to their advantage, as they took banana control. JL and his teammate Corsair has been a pretty good anchor here in banana at bomb side B, I mean. And NQK here with an important kill with that AWP. Once again, it's a man advantage for the Belgian side, as JL will be looking once more for those individual duels, trying to catch their opponents off guard one by one. Will he be successful? It's just a matter of time when he picks his opponent. Doesn't see that angle, it seems, JL. It's the second time that he gets played around it. He does dink his opponent through the box, leaving him on 8 HP, but himself he's on 43, and both of them are split right now. The Lithuanians 2-on-2. As they do want to take matters at their own hands in this bomb side B. But the CTs are quick to rotate, so they have to be fast here, Timechasers. Smokes down CT. Smart flash. No molly to hold their opponents off, but the flashes are doing very good work here, actually. Corsair might peek at his best possible moment, but Shadow and JL clearing things now. They do need to plant the bomb quickly, and that will be successful for Timechasers, as MLP will actually kill the bomb planter, and that will be the round for the Belgian side. He peeked at the best possible moment there, MLP. And he got that kill for Team TimeOut, and Timechasers once again Their financial situation is not the best, so most definitely they can't buy fully, but they dropped this AK to JL, so he can buy Kevlar for himself, and hopefully can be the star of the guy to provide his team with some kills. As we see, Sender is very dominating with his 10 kills to the start of the game, but NQK is also playing quite well here with that AWP, as he's got himself a second entry. Second time in a row he does that at the start of the round. As JL is quite stuck here, he cannot cross through middle as an Opera is waiting for him to do that. He smartly decides to move towards apartments, where the majority of his team is waiting for him. Towards middle, Shadow and A long with that Desert Eagle. He might be dangerous. Checking every single corner now. Needs to pick a smart angle here, Shadow. Flash shot, but his angle was definitely not good enough, as his teammates are moving on towards A short, but JL is just waiting for one of his opponents to make a mistake and peek, but that's not happening. JL needs to be faster here. He does pick up a kill, but the guy on side catches him faster. Shadow wasn't quick enough to get the kill on side. Both of them needed to push that, but they played one by one. Miscommunication from Timechasers, that's for certain. But it was an eco round. They still did some damage. Obviously it wasn't enough. As you do see, the Belgian economy is still thriving. Even if they do lose this round, the majority of them can conjure up a very decent buy, so that's what matters. As Team Timeout, they do take the lead for the first time in this game. 43 is the scoreline, and Timechasers, 5 of them are on that AWP. That's aggressive. Very aggressive in middle, actually, but that aggression definitely didn't pay off for the Belgian side, and I have no idea why they decided to do so, because, well, they played well, as, you know, when they played passively, but now they just gave away their advantage, Team Timeout, and, well, the Lithuanians, they have proudly planted the bomb on A, although they did lose one man. Accent is on low HP though, so he will have to retrieve back to bomb side B and try and save his weapon together with the Courser, because we do know the financial situation of the Belgian side. They do not want to lose these weapons, because if they do manage to save them, they can drop a weapon or two to their teammates, and, well, they can conjure up another bias. Timechasers will equalize the score once again. JL will pick himself up the AWP, so it will be interesting to see NQK battling it out against JL for that upper prize of the year, at least in this map. As the scores are equal once again, this time at 4, and the Belgian side will buy up fully, have full utility. No AWP, but it shouldn't matter as much. JL will decide to pick this one. Don't see anybody here, as the Belgians have decided to play this one out slowly. And they're moving back towards bomb side B, because this passive approach that the Belgian side has planted right now for their opponents, it's worked perfectly previously. So Timechasers, they have to be creative right now in order to get things done. It's a deep nade that does quite a lot of damage, especially on Sender, leaving him on 40 HP. Definitely a perfectly timed nade from Courser, as he knew that they won't peek through the smoke. A smart nade, to say the least. Again, 40 seconds on the clock, and the majority of Timechasers are deciding to move on towards bomb site B, where Shadow will be the only lurk here. And we start seeing an execution here. Oh, NQK didn't see his opponent there, so actually Shadow might get a kill or two, but doesn't matter, as the action is still on bomb side B, and Well, they do need to hurry. The Molotov might prevail one position. JL will get that kill. He needs to get another, and he shines once again, JL. That AWP was very important. What a reaction shot here from the young Lithuanian starlet. Yes, he does get another kill here, JL, and Timechasers, well, no wonder JL picked up that AWP because, well, he's definitely shining with that weapon so far. Once again, Timechasers are back in the lead. 5-4 is the score. And the Belgian side will finally have to make an eco. So Timechasers might breathe a sigh of relief right now. Unless they do something horrible here. JL will have to be very careful with that AWP because we see the majority of the Lithuanian, of the Belgian side who are trying to move towards Banana. Xent is preparing for that flash, as the majority of the Belgians are sitting passively in Banana, and that's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for those steps. That Molotov definitely wasn't the best. They're just waiting for that flash, and Timechasers, they do have to be very careful here. Flash out, and that's dangerous as we see. They do get the double kill. It might be a triple one actually, and Askew now, he's in trouble. He has to back away, but as I did say before, that's the disaster scenario for Timechasers. They have to be very careful, but the way that they moved in bomb side B was definitely, especially at Banana, I'm sorry, the way that they moved at Banana was quite horrendous, and well, the Belgian side now, they have retrieved an op, they have retrieved an AK, so that's a perfect eco scenario for them. They can even win this round for themselves, so Timechasers, they do have to be very careful right now in order not to lose this 4v2, as the Belgians are trying to make this retake happen, but it doesn't seem to be working for them. NQK just moving in with that AWP, but should be cautious for time. He's the only guy left to just pick up a nice kill onto Shadow. They will manage to save an AWP. They do a lot of damage on Timechasers' economy. It's very fortunate for Pokerface to get that headshot in from apartments, because if he lost that battle in balcony, then the round would definitely be over. But yeah, definitely now they can breathe that sigh of relief, because, well, it almost went to disaster. But luckily for Timechasers, they still managed to win that round. JL investing in that AWP, moving it to Banana once again. Really Molotovs and nades in the Banana, but it won't hassle JL at all. Still doing the same thing here. And Banana trying to gain control of it. MLP aggressive in apps, but we'll see nobody. But they do get the double kill quite quickly in. Again, a simple flash out, and Corsair picks up a double, and Timechasers' way of playing this default, especially at Banana, is not working at all for them. One simple flash might counter them, so they do have to be careful there. Shadow picks up an important kill, but he does get killed from Pit. The op shot is missed, so Pokerface missed his shot as well, and Sender now, he just needs to plant this bomb safely, which he does. He has a flash out, which he uses on a long, but his opponent is in balcony. Oh, if Sender had gotten that kill, it would have been a different scenario. Two flashes out, he decided to reload here. Sender, he might need to check his reactions, and Sender, he clutched this one out. It's a 1v4, which he played perfectly here, Sender. No complaints for this guy. 15 kills and 5 deaths so far in this server. He's unstoppable. Sender, I don't know what he had for dinner, but it's definitely working for him. Whether he drank coffee or something, he's full of energy. He's full of life, and he's full of good aim. Sender won that round single-handedly, and that might prove to be a very important round for Timechasers. As I do see the stream is lagging. No idea why. The internet gods have failed me once again. Oh, there we go, it's back. Back alive. Never mind. I was just watching the stream on delay. With delay from my phone, so, you know. But again, it's an eco scenario and Timechasers are losing quite a lot of men. JL was quite fortunate here to get that kill. With this AWP as they're deciding to back away here from Banana, and it's a smart choice from Timechasers. They did get that very important kill. So they will move on towards bomb site. Hey, but QTN gets a very important kill here. The bomb will be planted, but it's a 3v3. No Kevlar, but 2 AK, so it's still very doable for the Belgian side. The smartest thing for them would be to save that AK, I hope. Those AKs, but never, yeah, that's what they're doing right now. So 8-4 will be the score right now. Timechasers. Now they have a double lead because of those godly moves from center in the previous round. Because those are the very important rounds for every single team here. If you win those crucial rounds, they do shape the outcome of the game itself. Because if they did lose that one, then their economy would be in shambles. They wouldn't have enough money to rebuy in the next round, and most likely we would see a 6-6 scoreline right now, but we do see an 8-4-1 for Timechasers, and well, so far it's a very decent T-half from them. They did have quite some mistakes, quite a lot of them actually, but it's the individual plays that let them have some security in this first half. Once again, NQK opens things up for his team as they do have that early man advantage. A minute left on the clock. Smokes out on B, and NQK shot a bit too early. Are they trying to make a double fake happen? I do believe it's the situation for Timechasers. Well, they forced that upper rotation. It seems that they did actually. And the smart movement from Sender might indicate even further rotations. Oh, Sender gets a very good headshot in, and he does kill the upper. That forces the rotation of Xent, and it's only Corsair left right now. 30 seconds on the clock, but oh, they were just a bit too slow here. And Xent is with a good rotation back actually, and now they are strangled here. As Shadow is the only guy left alive, 1 against 3, and here's his opponent coming in from Banana, but Shadow just missed his shots, and that double fake, it was a nice idea from Timechasers, but the movement from them was too slow. The tactical approach was good, but the way that they moved out from Banana was quite slow, and that definitely it bamboozled the Belgian side for like 5 seconds, but they didn't take advantage of it, Timechasers. So the second to last round in this first half. That's Timechasers. Once again trying to take control of Banana. But if we do see the outcomes from the first half from the CT side of the Belgian side, that they don't want to play Banana aggressively. They only did it once. Their passive approach on the B side itself has most definitely worked perfectly for Team TimeOut, and the fact that Timechasers take Banana control so often, I don't know whether it's logical for them or not, because the majority of the rounds lost were on bomb side B. Nevertheless, they still want to make an execution there happen. But Xant and Corsair, they got a double kill from the smoke actually. And QK picking up another one, so once again it's an execution on B which is not working. So the Timechasers, they do have to weigh their options as JL is trying to be very cheeky here. Was he seen? Yes he was, but he will only get that one kill, leaving it all down to Askew. He gets one headshot, but that'll be all she wrote for him in this round. And yeah, most definitely tactically Timechasers need to change something up because it's not working for them. They've played bomb side B too often, and if we do see the outcomes and the outskirts of their tries to execute in that site, well, definitely not working for them. 8-6 the scoreline now, as Timechasers will obviously have to invest every single dollar in this round, as it is the last one in this first half. JL with an AK, Askew with a CG, 2 Desert Eagles, and a MAC-10 and Poker Faces. Hans, Askew cannot beat his opponent right now. JL is quite stuck here, stuck in no man's land as 3 opponents are waiting for him. Double Molotov. JL needs to run as fast as he can. He's done so successfully. And now it's a try to quickly execute towards bomb site A. It's the right call. But you don't have the smoke through the molly, and the rotation will come in quickly. That's very good utility usage from the Belgian side. But the thing is that they can still rotate. They have one smoke, Timechasers, and that's on sender. They lost one man, but it's not over yet in this round. But once again, they go towards bomb side B. They have nowhere else to go here. They could have played A long, but they decided to go B. Too many times they played on banana, I believe, but nevertheless, it might be the last execute Timechasers in their T have, but it's definitely not successful. Sender now is in a world of trouble. He needs to reload this AK, but his movement let him down, as we do see an 8-7 scoreline after the first half. Definitely a close affair. Well, if we reconcile this first half, Timechasers, I mean, their T half lacked versatility, to say the least. They pushed banana too many times and didn't play A at all. They didn't try to take a long control or whatever, because they did have enough smokes and flashes to do that, but they just decided to go towards banana when they did see that it's not working for them. I don't know whether it's a tactical approach, whether they're taking it as practice and they're trying to learn how to take bomb side B, or whether it was just the wrong calls from the IGL. I have no idea on that. Nevertheless, they still won the first half, Timechasers, and considering it's Inferno 8 rounds is definitely not bad, but nevertheless, it's still a very well contested affair, and we'll see if that's gonna stay in the second half, as Timechasers do need to take this time out, as Sender has disconnected, and the guy with the most kills for the Timechaser squad, he has been sublime. The round that he won for his team, that 1v4 clutch, was definitely sick from Sender. He has more than 15 kills, I believe, in this first half, so definitely a decent performance. But if we do see at Askew's performance, he only had 3 kills, so definitely not good enough from Askew. But the thing is that he did play well. In the previous 2 affairs, he was even the top fragger both of the times, so it's not that bad, really. But Sender, he doesn't have any money now because of the crazy ESEA system, so he will not be able to buy a Kevlar, and he will have a -1 score. Interesting to say, but nevertheless, we are heading right back in this game. The second pistol round of this game. The first one was won by Timechasers. We'll see if that's gonna repeat in the second half as well. So, Askew literally bought nothing. Okay, nevertheless. Now, do you see a fake actually in Banana, which might prove to cause some rotations from Timechasers, but they do get both of the kills. And obviously it's an indication that, well, not everybody is on bomb side B, and they are moving on towards A, the Belgians. Well, Pokerface needs to pick up at least one kill here. It's very important for him to do so, as Shadow now playing inside. He gets one, which is good, but not good enough, as JL with the crew are moving towards A short, and the bomb was planted. But they need to be aggressive here. JL, with the help of Askew, will get that final kill in. And Timechasers, well, they do win another pistol round for themselves, which is decent. The way that they set up, that they didn't over-rotate, was good as well. Pokerface had played just enough time for his teammate to save things up, to have enough time to rotate from Banana, and another successful retake from Timechasers, another successful pistol round, I should say, as we do see a scoreline of 9-7. The Belgians, they will only upgrade their pistols, but UTN has decided to play very aggressive here. Whether that aggression will pay off or not, I mean, the flash was good, but it went to nothing. Now they will just wait for individual duels on the Belgian side. Timechasers, they shouldn't be over aggressive right now. They should just stick to their passive approach, play as a team. They don't want to give away any weapons, as economy is very important in this Inferno CD side, because you cannot do anything without utility on this map. Do get that kill on Askew. He's not having himself a good day, and JL now, he does need to be very clutch, and well, clutch he is, as he did get those 3 kills, but the last one was a bit too greedy, and MLP might actually get one more if his deagle shots are well enough, but sadly they're not. And Timechasers, they do win that round, losing 2 people. Not the end of the world, obviously, as they did upgrade to M4s. Only 1 MP9 left in the hands of Pokerface, and 5 AKs in the arsenal of the Belgian side. Still a close affair. Timechasers, it's a very important testament to their defense right now in this round, because if they do lose this one, they will have to make an eco, and well, then the scores might be equal once again. So Timechasers have to be very cautious right now, as the Belgians have started to take control of apartments. It's a trade for the Belgians, which have worked in favor for them. A 4v4 right now. They do have control of the middle, as Askew's been very aggressive here. He has to be good right now, Askew. He has to be good, but sadly, he lost that fight. Forced a rotation from JL, and now it's Pokerface and Sender left on the side. I mean, if Sender can do something magical once again, then it would be great, but Pokerface is only with an MP9, so you cannot expect too much from him. And Pokerface, well, a lot will be on his shoulders, but he only gets 1 kill, and Sender now, he has to shine here. But he only thinks his opponent. JL 1v3. Doesn't have a kit. Needs to be fast here, but the positioning that has been taken from his opponents should be too much to handle for JL. And once again, Askew, man, he's letting his team down at the moment. Only 5 kills for the guy and 14 deaths. not good enough. He's just not confident in his play right now. If we see it from his movement, from the way he shoots, not good enough to say the least, as we do see a full eco coming in from Timechasers. Only Pokerface fully buying this round, and it's a full buy decision from the Lithuanian side. And I mean, it was too slow once again. We're gonna see just a simple bomb side take from, or actually not, JL chimed in with 2 kills. That was fortunate, but ASQ once again cannot do anything right in this game. And it's a 3v3 retake right now. Pokerface will have to flash out quickly. It's a successful flash to get those 2 kills, and it's actually all left to QTN right now, but 1 against 2. Pokerface, he does have the fuse kit, so they might do something decent. QTN, a 1v1 against Pokerface. Both of them are on low HP. Oh, but that nade finishes him off. And on a beautiful way to start this round for Timechasers. Actually, that force buy paid off. I have no idea how it did, because they were too late to buy those weapons, as we see. Well, the Belgians just literally outran them on bomb side B. Nevertheless, they still managed to conjure up a win in that round. JL got those very 2 important kills, then a perfect flash out from Pokerface and Banana, which led to another 2 kills, and then a 2v1. Pokerface clutched it out with a smart usage of utility, and well, there you go. In these streams, I never forget to Vogue. Oh god, ASQ is just not having a lucky day, man. Cannot seem to grab a break for himself, as he just gets owned while jumping. And once again, the Belgians have picked up that entry frag for themselves. As we do see the majority of the Belgians coming towards bomb side A. Shout out, gets 1 kill with the MP9. Actually, dinks his opponent and gets the other one. Sender, the 2 MP9s are chiming in with a lot of work, actually. And the rotation is finally in place from Pokerface as he finishes it off with 2 other kills. And there we go. That's a 12th round for Timechasers. The round that we didn't expect them to win, when it was a 4v5 and the execution was coming in from bomb side A, where only the 2 MP9s played, but the MP9s with Sender and Shadow worked perfectly. So 12-8, as once again Timechasers managed to win a round where they shouldn't. But if you do look at the things that are happening right now, it's actually a quick execution from A Long that has worked perfectly for the Belgian side, and Shadow now is in trouble. He needs to wait for his friend's rotations because it's a 3v3. The bomb is planted, and JL now, he can shine. He does get the 1 kill, and he gets another. The last player position, he does know where he is, so Timechasers avoid disaster. It was a nice try for the Belgian side in this eco, but nevertheless, Timechasers still prevail. 13-8. So far, it's a decent second half for the Lithuanian side. The Belgians, they do not have the best of chances, or at least the most of chances, because if they do lose this one out, they will have to eco once again, if I'm not mistaken. So, Oh, Accent. Oh, how fortunate was he to get that double kill in Boiler. It should be around right now for the Belgians unless Pokerface does something magical once again. He's just not expecting his opponent from Boiler to come in. Now he might. He does see him, but he needs to back away smartly here. Not throwing his Molotov just of yet. Now he did. Might be smart. Oh, that flash out doesn't matter for Pokerface as he got another kill. He's anchoring on his bomb site quite nicely. A flash out might do wonders for his team. Pokerface will only tag his opponents. And it's a 1v3 to play out for JL. Now he needs to make a decision whether he wants to save or not, but by the looks of things, he will have to save this weapon. Unfortunate for Timechasers at the start of the round that they did lose 2 people. Pokerface was also close to make something magical happen. Unfortunately, this time he was out of luck. And Timechasers will be out of their winning way for the time being, as JL will successfully save this weapon. By the looks of things, Timechasers will still have enough money to conjure up a bad buy, to say the least. I will remind you, dear viewers, that if Timechasers do win this affair, they will move on towards top 5 of the league. But only time will tell. So we don't see a full buy from the Lithuanians. Only Desert Eagles and a bit of Kevlar. So do you see the majority of the Lithuanians huddling up towards bomb site B, and it might be a good decision for them as TimeOut are deciding to make an execution happen towards bomb site B. JL gets the 1 kill, doesn't matter as the execution is still happening towards B. And Pokerface, how many kills will he get for that USP? None. Aim definitely not a factor for him in this round. Shadow might get even more kills. Askew, he got a very important headshot here. No! Askew, finally! He shined for his team. And there we go, that's an equal round that worked perfectly for Timechasers. Their stack on bomb site B. The gamble with a 50-50 odds worked in their favor. And Timechasers 14-9. Their opponents, they don't have the best of utility. We see a Galil in Xen's hands, but definitely a round that once again shouldn't be won by Timechasers, but it was. So it's something to be congratulated on. 14-9, only 2 rounds separate Timechasers from being top 5 at this ESEA league, at least for the time being. JL has taken up an aggressive position here on this wall. We'll have to be patient, JL. Patience is a virtue for an Opry, especially on Inferno. But the flash was a smart one, to say the least, for the Belgians. As they do have that control of Banana. Team timeout, and they do only have 40 seconds left, so they will have to move fast, and we are going to see an execution towards bomb site A, and Askew might have an opportunity to shine for his team once again, but Long is smoked off, so we might see an execution towards short, and that's where Pokerface and Shadow lie. Flash out. Shadow. Very 2 important headshots. That flash is just prevailing sometimes. Sender chiming in with more kills. And there we go. Shadow with a triple. perfectly play from Pit. Once again, a decent flash out from Poker Face and bomb side A. And Timechasers, well, it's a 15-9 scoreline. Their opponents have 4 Mag-10s and 1 UMP, so if there has ever been a better time to close the map out, this is it right now. But that's a very hurtful nade for Askew and JL. It's a smart Molotov, but it won't keep them up too much right now, as JL and Askew are both stuck in this position right now. But Sender has moved into a quick rotation and was successful. Askew gets another kill, but will it be enough? It's actually the majority of the Belgians that have stayed alive. 3 against 2. Timechasers, they do have to close things out, and that's a perfect nade and a perfect play from Shadow as he does get that kill in, leaving it all down to MLP. But he does have a perfect position on his opponents, and if you don't check their opponent's back, it might be so dangerous. MLP, oh, he misses those shots, and he will miss the hopes to win this map for Team Timeout. Timechasers close this game out once again by the scoreline of 16-9. It was a successful game for Timechasers, especially from Sender. He was the individual leader this time around for Timechasers. If you do remember his insane clutch 1v4. Poker Face had a very good 3v1 as well. So Timechasers are definitely played well. Askew, well, he started the game poorly, but we do have to remember that, well, he was the individual leader in the previous 2 games for Timechasers. And he did win an important round, actually. He did get those 2 headshots in with the USP when it was a full eco for Timechasers. So, definitely a good performance. Their T side was lacking. If you look back at the strategical maneuvers from Timechasers, especially at their T half, their strategies were just too poor, to say the least. Nevertheless, it's still a win for Timechasers. And now they do move on to the top 6 position with 10 wins and 1 loss. So tomorrow you will be greeted for another game against the organization Wicked Gaming. That game will happen on 9 p.m. But for the time being, dear viewers, I will have to say goodbye to you. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you will tune in tomorrow. But for the time being, farewell.